got to make sure this thing is a little bit smaller so I got my timestamps over here. I got it time-stamped. Yay! I'm prepared, sort of. Right, good. And there's my timestamps. Let's get this over here. All right, so here we are. This is the actual press conference, which is done on August 4th. So we're going to start with that. We're going to set the timeline for 25 seconds.
107 this morning's event occurred in our historic Oregon district. The suspect was wearing body armor and used an AK-like gun assault rifle, .223 caliber with high-capacity magazines, and he had additional magazines with him as well. We had 10 fatalities, including the shooter. That number is still the same from this morning. We have had, the hospitals have had 27 people treated and 15 discharged as of 10 o'clock this morning. In less than 1 minute, Dayton first responders neutralized the shooter. I'm just still completely amazed at the heroic nature of our police department, where they did a first aid, stopped a shooter with under a minute, and so we're grateful for their service. If you are a family or friend of a victim and have questions, you can call 937-333-8430.
Okay, let me see. The first doctor doesn't speak until about here.
Thank you, Mayor Whaley. Again, I'm Dr. Greg Seaman. I'm a trauma surgeon at Miami Valley Hospital, which is the level 1 trauma center for the greater Dayton region. Our facility activated our mass casualty incident plan around 1:30 a.m. this morning in association with the mass casualty incident here in downtown Dayton. That mobilized our entire team. Our facility received a total of 16 patients, of which 12 have already been treated and released. We do have a total of 4 patients that are currently admitted, and 1 remains in critical condition. Some of those patients have undergone or will undergo surgery later today. We are continuing to support many families who are arriving at our facility, and our thoughts and prayers are certainly with all of those families. We worked in conjunction with other facilities in the area to identify, treat, and communicate information in a timely manner to these families.
Okay, I'm going to jump this ahead. There we go. This is Elizabeth Long.
Good morning. Kettering Health Network is a health system with 9 hospitals. We received patients at 3 of our 9 hospitals. Grandview Medical Center, which is in Dayton, received the most. We had 9 people treated. 7 were brought in by squad and 2 walked in. Of those 9 patients, 3 are in serious condition, 3 are in fair condition, and 3 were treated and then discharged. 2 were taken to surgery immediately. 1 person is still being considered for surgery. The injuries ranged from gunshot wounds to the lower extremities to abdominal wounds. 1 person came in for a laceration to a foot that happened during the chaos right after that incident. At Kettering Medical Center, our flagship hospital, 1 person was brought in and is in serious condition. And at Soin Medical Center, 2 people were brought in and were treated and then released. We want to commend our hospital staff, all the way from our ER physicians and nurses and technicians to the people who came in right away when we called the code yellow, alerting people that that we needed backup. We just want to commend them for the great job they did. Also commending City of Dayton Police and first responders. So we know they're on the first line, and they're the first line of treatment for people coming in. So we just wanted to commend them for a job well done.
The next person is Pastor Bergs. I'm not going to highlight him because he's basically saying that he's there for the community, that they're all a community, that the community is strong, and that his parishioners and his church and he is available for counseling. They've already been giving counseling on the scene to the people who have lost people, to the people who've been injured, and to the people who were witnesses to the event or victims of the terror that ensued when he just opened fire on people. So that is pretty much what is reported from the pastor. So we're not going to cover the pastor. What we're going to cover are the facts, or the points that I was able to pull out, and so we're going to show those in a second. All right, so let me see here. And there's the fact sheet. All right, so what we know is that he was wearing body armor, ear protection, earmuffs, and a mask. 9 dead, including sister, with 27 confirmed injured. I'm not counting him because the police shot him. I'm counting people that he injured and he shot. The youngest of that group was his sister, so he killed his sister. Reuters and a couple of other sources made it a point to state there were 6 African Americans that were shot. Of the 9, 4 were female, 5 were male. We already know that 4 of the 29 injured remain in serious condition. 1 is in critical. 15 have been released. This happened August 4th. Police responded in less than a minute and 30 seconds. The guy was, the attacker, the assailant, was shot and killed. Shooter was identified. I'm not going to say his name. He does not deserve to be named. Lived in Bellbrook, Ohio. Reports state that he was armed with an assault-style or AK-type rifle with extended drum that held up to 100 rounds, .223 caliber. Magazines on him would have totaled 250 rounds of ammo, but they haven't confirmed if all of those were full. 41 spent shell casings have been counted on scene so far. He legally purchased the weapon from an online dealer in Texas, and then that Texas dealer shipped it to a dealer in Ohio. So that's how the exchange was done. He'd modified it since he bought the weapon. As far as priors are concerned, oops, hang on. Woo-hoo. I hate it when it does that, it jumped. Okay, as far as priors are concerned, he's got no prior record to suggest he should not have been sold the weapon. He's only got minor traffic offenses. Even though they're pulling his records, they believe some of the records may be purged. They're looking to see if he has any juvenile charges that were sealed, but as of this reporting, he has no adult criminal record. They're ruling hate out as a motive, so this is not a hate crime. They're not investigating it as such. They haven't found a motive, however. They found writings where he showed interest in killing people, but no bias was found in the writings themselves. He did have a secondary weapon, a shotgun, in his car. His sister was one of the first killed. They arrived in the same car with the sister's boyfriend. There are some speculation. There's the theories floating around on Twitter, which I don't lend any credence to, are that he possibly killed his sister first because she was dating a black guy. But as we've just seen, they're not investigating it as a hate crime, so that's just a conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat. The shooting started around 1 a.m. local, 1:07, according to the press conference, in the Oregon District, which is known for nightclubs, restaurants, art galleries, and shops. There was video captured from a bar's CCTV. The camera showed he was stopped before he could enter a bar. High school classmates say he was suspended for making hit lists and rape lists. Was suspended during his junior year when the list was found in the bathroom, when the hit list was found in the bathroom. This was after the first suspension when they found the rape list. In other words, a list of women a list of girls he wanted to sexually assault. These lists were common knowledge in the school. All the school would say is that he had no history of violence. Classmates say his behavior should have been a red flag. Drew Gainey, classmate, said there was an incident in high school with this shooter that should have prevented him from ever getting his hands on a weapon. This was a tragedy that was 100% avoidable. The incident, if it isn't referring to the lists, I believe it's not referring to the lists, hasn't been disclosed. I wasn't able to find it. Other classmates say he was nice and smart. Now here's the fun part that not very many people are telling you. The shooter was 24, proclaimed socialist, Elizabeth Warren supporter, proclaimed Satanist, criticized U.S. gun laws, and was a pro-abolish ICE proponent. That's right. You're seeing this correctly, ladies and gentlemen. He was a lefty. These are a couple of his tweets. This is America. Guns on every corner, guns in every house, no freedom, but that to kill. Cut the fences down, slice ice tires, throw bolt cutters over the fences. So, yeah, he was a lefty. They're going to which means they're either going to bury this story or they're going to stop reporting on it. I think they're going to continue reporting on it, but they're casually going to leave out the fact that he is a socialist, that he's pro Warren. Some reports have him pro Bernie, so some reports have him not only pro Warren but a Bernie bro as well. He is for gun control, and he is obviously pro open borders because he is anti-ICE. So there you have it. There is the shooter from the Ohio incident. I found over about 10 sources, and all of them were pretty much parroting the same thing. So this is what I came out with the fact sheet. So there is that. Let me see here. Second story. Let me see, Ohio fact sheet. Here we go. Scrolling down. Soph banned from YouTube and Patreon. Yep, she's gone, people. F in the chat. She's only on BitChute now. Soph, a 14-year-old content creator known for her controversial topics, foul mouth, and dark humor, has been banned from YouTube and Patreon after her latest upload to the aforementioned platform. The video, a rant about LGBT community, was reviewed and deemed as hate speech. Hi, Soph. Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our hate speech policy. We remove the following content from YouTube. Pride and Prejudice. We know this might be disappointing, but it's important to us that YouTube is a safe place for all. If content breaks our rules, we remove it. If you think we made a mistake, you can appeal, and we'll take another look. Keep reading for details. Above is the screen cap that Soph posted on Twitter stating that she is no longer on YouTube. You can still find her on BitChute if you wish to see the video in question. Yep, BitChute ND Live. Yep, so that's what happened there with Soph. In case any of you went looking for her and realized you couldn't find her, that's what happened to Soph. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button. If you didn't, well, that's what that dislike button is for. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for more. If you want to start a conversation, that's what the comment section is for. Any and all sources you see in the video will be listed in the description box below, as well as ways to support the channel and other ways you can follow me. Until next time, my friends, don't forget to fact check, question authority, and don't trust mainstream media.